Welcome to Psychic Insights, where pop culture meets higher consciousness and the tea is always a little bit mystical. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and around here we don't just watch the drama unfold, we read the energy behind it, whether it's celebrity scandals, reality TV, chaos, or true crime with a twist. I'm tuning in to bring you the intuitive scoop, the headlines miss. So buckle up, because your aura's about to get entertained. Welcome back to my channel. I should call this Cards and Coffee with Robin. Hopefully I'm sufficiently caffeinated. And oh my goodness. First, let me just say I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend. I've been covering the Laura Owens, at this point I want to call it the epic saga. Oh my God, this woman. So today marks what's supposed to be the start of Laura Owens' DVRO trial against Mike Marraccini in San Francisco. But things aren't quite going as planned, and we got last-minute filings, claims of life or death medical issues, concerns. And the big question that's raising eyebrows, at least mine, did Laura even have permission to leave Arizona for this hearing? Did she ever plan to actually show up, or is she just yanking people around? All right, these are my psychic insights, my First Amendment right, my personal thoughts. Anyway, you get it. For entertainment purposes only. All right. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about what's really going on, both legally and energetically. I have been sitting, kind of tight and stressed because I got the feeling, in my last video about this, will she show up? It felt really heavy, like forced, and we're kind of seeing her dig in her heels and try to not show up. All right, so let's see what's going to happen. I don't know. I picked some cards. So under California law, when someone files for domestic violence restraining order, or DVRO, both parties are expected to appear in person unless the judge explicitly allows remote or written testimony. This judge, Judge Gold, did not do that. And here's what gets complicated. Laura currently has pending felony charges in Maricopa County, Arizona. So this means any out-of-state travel, especially to California for a legal proceeding, would typically require permission from that court. And as of now, there's no record of that she even asked the Arizona court for permission to leave the state. That alone could become a big issue, and it suggests she's operating outside of the structure that's already in place. And you know what? Seeing Laura in action these past couple of years, and especially in her the raid videos, which said a lot. It's of course of course she's not going to follow the rules. Rules? Do they apply to her? No. According to her, they don't. All right, so I pulled 3 cards. Just 3. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I picked Heart, Tower, and Scythe. And the energy's fascinating. The heart speaks to the emotion and maybe even a bit of self-pity. She's leaning into a sympathetic narrative. So she's trying to get, through her filings, the judge to see her with a little bit more compassion and sympathy. And I did a reading on Judge Gold just briefly in my last video, and Judge Gold is compassionate, but she's also fair. And the Tower is the legal system itself, structured, detached, and not easily swayed by emotional displays. And the Scythe, well, that's swift truth. It's the cut, the consequence. Energetically, it feels like she's playing on empathy while she's testing the limits, as she does, on the court's patience. And there's a sense that something's being used as an emotional shield, obviously. And maybe she's not, well, we can debate what sick means. But as we've seen before, she dramatizes her situation to avoid direct confrontation. Not only that, she makes up these medical documents, or it's just kind of like, again, I kind of feel like she didn't pass fourth grade. Like, I mean, I honestly feel like this has been going on all her life. And she's been enabled all her life. And my feeling is teachers probably just were like, I don't want to deal with her anymore. That's just me. And I think she went to Catholic school. So, I don't know. I went to Catholic school. I could see it happening. Honestly, I could see it happening. Anyway, but here's the thing. Like, the judge will notice patterns. And Judge Gold, she's seeing this case. She's already ruled once that this case needs to move forward. So the question becomes, how long can someone keep trying to stall before the system says enough? And legally, the court can and probably will proceed without her presence today if she fails to show good cause. And the judge could issue a decision based on the evidence already submitted, or even dismiss her petition entirely. Let's hope that that's the way it goes. I get the Tower and Scythe vibes again, and it's a decisive no-nonsense ruling. I feel like Judge Gold feels like she's about to cut through the noise and restore order. And this is a moment of truth. This is a moment of truth. And again, I feel like accountability is being served up. I don't think Judge Gold is stupid. I think she's going to see through it. She's going to cut through the bullshit. All right. And you know what? What we're witnessing here is truth always finds a way to the surface through all the chaos. So whether you're watching this as a part of my ongoing coverage of the Laura Owens and Owens family saga, or simply a reminder of how energy works, here's the takeaway. When you build your life around avoidance, the universe eventually hands you a moment where you can't avoid yourself anymore. And that's the real trial that's happening right now. So if you've been following the story, as I know you have, because I've really seen a lot of upticks in my views, and I really appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying it. Do you think Laura's illness is real, or do you think it's strategic? And if you love mixing intuitive insight with real-world cases, make sure you're subscribed, because I'll be breaking down what happens next as this case unfolds. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend. My other job is calling me. Remember, truth has its own timing, but it never stays hidden forever. And I'll see you in the next one. And I hope today is an interesting day. Let's hope the cards were right. See you in the next one.